Alright, so it's my favorite time of year when the Oktoberfest beer comes out. That's probably by far my favorite seasonal beer ever. So this is a Kugel Oktoberfest. This one I actually haven't had before. I've had the actual Hofbrauhaus Oktoberfest here in Cincinnati where they actually brew it. I'll tell you, that is delicious. Usually I find myself drinking a little bit too much of it, and somebody has to drive me home. But this one's pretty good. So on to the front yard. The last video I used a riding mower, lowered my height of cut down to I'd say maybe about 3.25, 3.5 inches. I ran across a couple spots where it scalped going up the hill. The blade deck kind of rammed into the side of the hill and scalped things out pretty bad, so it looked really bad. Also the blades were pretty dull, so it really ripped things up and made it look like crap for about the past week. We did get quite a bit of rain in, and things have kind of bounced back pretty much. There are some of these brown spots still left over that I need to look over. The brown spot here is actually where I hit a bunch of crabgrass, removed all that. Some of these other spots are where there was clumps of grass clippings that kind of settled, that didn't get mulched up or raked up or anything when I went to hit the yard to pick it up. Prime example right there is that's all matted down grass clippings, so that's going to really cause me some issues. There's some other spots here, it looks like I don't know if some Tenacity killed that out or what exactly happened, but it's definitely dead. It'll focus. But it's all the way down the root. Doesn't feel like fine fescue. This is actually a little bit denser of a stem. So I'm not exactly sure what this stuff was, but it's dead. So when I go to overseed, hopefully it's looking like maybe this weekend now, I will get that all roughed up. Got some extra seed in there, get that taken care of. Another spot there. So some of it could have been where the grass clippings clumped up, killed some stuff. Other spots could have been where I sprayed Tenacity and there was some fine fescue. I'm fine with the fine fescue getting killed off. Like I said, I really hate the fine fescue because it's the first thing that goes dormant in my yard. I see there really isn't anything dormant now. We're going into mid-September. We got quite a bit of rain. Temperatures are cooling off, somewhat unfortunately due to the hurricane that's been hitting. So we're starting to get some of the remnants from the I guess there was a hurricane that broke up last week or something. We got the rain from that. There's about 5 inches of rain we got over the weekend. So it really perked all this stuff up. But unfortunate for the Hurricane Florence that's getting ready to hit the Carolinas. So thinking about those guys, I think my cousin's actually in Lexington, North Carolina, so I think she's far enough out where she won't be affected, but still thinking about those people down there. One of the guys in the Discord, Gibby, I know he's stocking up on water and plywood to board up windows and everything, so hopefully things are okay down there. So here's the backyard. Here's where we got the gravel brought in. So they ultimately my curve here that they came around. This actually was out a little bit further. It kind of came out around here and curved out and then back in. I guess they realized that once they remeasured, they saw that it was over the estimated square footage. So if they didn't bring it back in, they were going to end up ultimately charging me like another $350 or so to for that extra concrete. So I was fine with them bringing that back in. This is actually where it was supposed to have been. But they did have a bunch of gravel kind of sitting out past this. I wasn't crazy about that, so I think Thursday or Friday night, I just took a shovel and shoveled all this up and tossed over onto this pile that they're going to be taking with them. just because if they started coming in with the dirt and kind of backfill, they're going to grate this out. Also, I got a feeling I'll probably come back in and do it more because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. So I'll have that graded out. So I didn't want that gravel sitting underneath the dirt and causing issues with the lawn. So I kind of tossed that over there. And then some of the other dirt piles, there was big chunks of dirt sitting up through here and all around through here, so I kind of leveled out just so this is a little more level between the garden bed and my form of the concrete. And then I just, the rest of this stuff here I just kind of brought over here, so that's all at least not sitting big huge chunks in the middle of the yard so we can walk through. And you can see it's already done. Number, this is all killed off. So this kind of leveled out a little bit, so we'll be bringing more dirt in through here, grading that out. And then they also put in the form for the stairs. This isn't ultimately what it's going to look like. It's actually going to be kind of like a half circle, so it'll come out around here and it'll curve and then all the way down and curve back in. So they'll use a material, I believe they called it masonite, so it's kind of like a cardboard type form. And so they'll put that in here and kind of make that curve coming around, which is the same thing they'll do here. So this isn't going to be a point, this will be a curve as well. So they'll use that masonite as well and curve around the corner. And then hopefully they'll be pouring, like I said, this estimated Wednesday, weather permitting. But we'll be able to get all that in. And the last thing I did, I think last Sunday I did this. So on this side over here, I had a major issue with water pouring out from the basket and overflowing onto the ground, and it was killing off any grass that would try to grow there because this is a saltwater pool. And you can see it's closed off for the season. So while we were closing it down, I went ahead and I decided to build this out and fill it with gravel. That way at least, there's something looking decent there, since grass will not grow. So I just got some of that weed preventer. It was like a 10-year or 30-year warranty or something on it. It's like $20 for a roll. Put that down. I dug out the yard to try to level it out a little bit. Put that down, staked it down, and then the 4x4s are actually some of the posts from my deck. So I just repurposed them, put them down, and then got about, it was 6 bags of this rock. Luckily it was headed on sale, 3 bags for like $9. So I put that down, and then I put the paver back in, which is what my pool pump will sit on. So that's all leveled out. So hopefully that'll be decent for the next season. And at least I don't have a bunch of bare spots sitting around there. So I thought it was decent. Took a good part of the day to try to get that in. Just trying to dig out the grass, what grass there was around the post and where the pool pump did sit. So all that was leveled out a little bit. So not bad for a day's work, I guess. So I'll call it for this video. I want to finish getting through mowing, kind of push mowing around my my grass here, so I don't take a rider mower over it and run the wheels through it. So it's starting to fill in, looking pretty decent. So I'm going to finish mowing, get ready for the concrete guys to show up tomorrow, and hopefully next video I'll have a clip of them pouring the concrete and staining it. And then I can start on this weekend getting my backyard, nuke it out, and start renoing it.